So a lot of our clients and sellers ask us how their finished basement affects the value of their home and how it affects the transaction. So Pete, tell us about finished basements and how permits are related to that.
Well, the most important thing with a basement, if you're purchasing a house or you have a house and you want to finish your basement, is you got to go through the right procedure to finish it. That would be getting a permit and making sure the permit is valid for what you want to do. Otherwise, you're going to have an illegal finished basement, which could be a headache down the line.
Yeah, so how could that mess up your transaction if you try to sell a house that has an unpermitted finished basement?
Your lender is going to notice that there was never a permit for that finished basement, and they're going to insist on it being inspected, and so you're going to have to open a permit and get it closed out.
Yeah, so that could slow up your transaction and it could affect your value because the appraiser might not count that space.
It's going to freeze everything in the spot that you're in until you get it fixed.
Yeah, absolutely. The other piece of finished basements and how they affect our transactions is how they affect value. So a lot of our sellers think if they have a finished basement that's say 2,000 square feet and the above grade square footage is say 3,000, they think they have a 5,000 square foot home. Unfortunately, that's not the case unless that basement is above grade, meaning above ground. A true finished basement does add value and add living space, but we can't count it in the listing that square footage the same as above square footage house. So instead you have a 3,000 square foot house with a 2,000 square foot finished basement. Again, it adds value, but dollar for dollar, it's not the same as above grade square footage. Also, people that have bathrooms or bedrooms in their finished basements, it's very important in order to count a bedroom in the bedroom count of the listing, the bedroom has to have an egress. There has to be, a fire code exit. Otherwise, it's just a finished room in the basement and we cannot count it. So those are some things that affect the value.
Maggie, I've come across issues with kitchens in a basement before. While you can have a kitchen in a basement, what is the regulation with an oven?
Can't have an oven in a finished basement. We want to be careful with your permit and with your HOA and your town or county code that everything you have down there is up to code and compliant so that you can get to closing.
Do business where business is being done.